Morning. Well, it's morning where I am at least. What do I have here? I have a Kramer Ripley bass from 1986. This was made in California. See if I can get, I'll show you a better picture of that. But the neck plate is hand signed. Read it to you real quick. It says, built in California by Steve Ripley and Tom Anderson. Now, those names probably sound familiar to some of you guys. If you're gear freaks like me, Tom Anderson, the guitar manufacturer, maker. You've probably, possibly, maybe not heard of a Ripley guitar. Eddie Van Halen used one on an album or two in the 80s. I don't even remember which ones. 1984, I guess. And what this thing does, what this bass and the guitars do, is they allow you to pan the strings. This is a stereo bass, so it's got a tip ring sleeve output jack on it, and you can separate the pickups to pan them left and right. It's insane. It's an active bass. It's got two batteries in it. Of course, it has a tone knob, volume knob, and then it has individual pickup volumes, so you can set a volume for each pickup and then kind of forget it and get your sound going. It's beat up. There's a story behind this bass. It's a great playing bass, great feeling bass, and this used to belong to T.M. Stevens. You can Google him. He's a bassist extraordinaire, studio guy, touring guy, played with lots of people. You people from the 80s remember Dan Hartman. He was the bass player for Dan for a while, and he played with Steve Vai and many other people. It's too long to list how many people he's been with. But I know this is a guitar channel, right? Double D guitar, but I got this bass from a buddy to fix up. He bought it at an auction, and basically the money went to help TM. He's battling some health problems. So that's how my buddy got a hold of it, and he asked me to fix it up for him. So I put it on my bench, and I got all of the electronics working again, fixed a couple bad ground wires. Only thing I really haven't done is intonate the Badass 2 bridge. Say Badass Bass 2, I should say. That's really the last thing to do to it. I just wanted to get a demo up here so my buddy could see all of its features. So I'm going to shut up and kind of play for a sec. So there it is, panned left and right. Now let's say I take this low E string. Oh, put on headphones or turn your phone sideways so you can hear separation. But you should now hear that low string on the left side and the next string on the right side. So I can do that all day long with these things. I can blend them one way or another. Let's put the octaves. So E and that octave E there are now in the middle. And then I've panned the A and the D strings left and right. And so you can send this to an amp and a DI. You can send it to 2 amps. You can send it to one clean amp, one distorted amp. You can do all sorts of things with it. It's really a flexible bass. It's a smooth bass. It's kind of hard to tell, but these dots are orange, similar to the body. I'm a little washed out in here because of my bad lighting in my house, but it's a real deep orangey kind of color. If I get it in the right light, you can kind of see it, and it's just killer. I'm no bass player, I'm not going to sit here and try to wow you with anything. But what I think is awesome is putting a little chorus on this thing. So here's some chorus. That's cool. Bouncy bass. It's ridiculous. Nobody these days is going to do that live or you're going to use it live. But man, it's inspiring to sit here and tool around with this. It makes me want to borrow another looper like I was doing for all those videos, my music videos that I had going on, and loop the bass by itself and then do my guitar thing. Because you can just get some. And there's some really cool sounds. Oh, here we go. Let's see what we get here. Let's see. Oh, this is just going to be. Yeah, right. So what if we went. Now, if you're not listening to stereo, it sounds goofy. And I'm making funny faces for no reason at all, but it's cool. You see, that's where I am. I'm panned all over the place. It's a fun bass. It's an expensive bass, I am quite sure. I have no idea what the value of this thing is. If anybody knows anything about Ripley basses, please let me know. It's got the Kramer banana headstock. It's 1986. Completely different than my 1986 Kramer bass that you've seen in my other videos. And this is well worthy of a real player, not me. Trust me, I shouldn't have this thing. So this video is really just to let people know about this. I have never seen one before. I didn't realize they had made them in basses. And I could hardly find any information out except for some pictures and some information and people saying it's one of the rarest basses around as far as electric basses go. So I don't know. I guess so. I've never seen one before, but it's really cool. Fun. Kramer Ripley bass. Go get yourself one.